through the summer, we're gonna be learning different things, different techniques, different skills. One thing is learning how to run uncomfortable and staying on the pace. It's called pack running. All right, pack running is no matter if the pace picks up, it's not like the front runner's gonna slow down for you to stay with them. They're gonna still pick the pace up. Everybody's gonna cheer you on, like, come on, stay up here. One more mile, you got a little more to go. You have to fight to stay. It's a major word to me that I say. Whenever I pack run with my guys, I used to say, stay with it. Yeah, you just keep repeating that thing, stay, stay. So even though I'm uncomfortable, you gotta learn the techniques, okay, how to get your mind off of what you're doing. Sometimes for me, I used to stare into the person in front of me's back. So if I'm running and he's here, I used to look like this. And I try to relax. Relaxation is key because once the muscles are relaxed, the blood flows better. Once the blood flows better, right, there's more oxygen. As long as you have oxygen, your body keeps moving. It's how efficient your body travels, the way the oxygen travels through your veins, your capillaries, and your arteries. The more efficient that is, the more you're going to keep the pace going. The more tense you are, when you tense, that squeeze down the muscle fiber, squeeze downs on the veins and the blood can't get through it there at the same volume of blood. Okay, so that's important. Relaxation, relax your mind. If you start panicking, start breathing hard, you start hyperventilating, you gotta relax. When you feel tired, you shake your arms out. When you feel that the pace is beginning to slow down, you do a quick surge. Okay, this is a technique that the Africans figured out. So say you're on pace, you're getting tired. You surge faster than the pace so that you slow back down to the pace you was at. Okay, that makes sense to you. So say you're running along at 6:30 pace. You feel like you're losing. You just run along at 6:10 pace and then gradually let that come back down. It should make 6:30 comfortable. It's just like a mental thing that the African runners kind of implemented in their training. So you want to work on a particular technique. Hitting a hill, shorten your stride. You never go up a hill with a long stride. You go up a hill chopping because the quads will start pulling. If you go up a hill, you're pulling further. But if you're going like this, you're not pulling on the stride because the stride is short. Except the stride is faster though. So it's zoom, 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 zoom. That's how you go up the hill. Your arms keep the rhythm. Whatever the legs are doing, your arms keep the rhythm. The crest of the hill, the crest, right where that hill starts to go there, right there, that's where you surge into the downhill. So when you come up a hill, you shorten your stride. You hit the crest of the hill, you push. That's where another surge comes. Because why? You're going to have downhill. Your body recovers on the downhill. You surge through the hill at a faster pace. You begin to let your body lean forward so that you're falling onto the next stride down the hill. You're leaning. It's the only time in running you really lean like that. So because you're falling down the uphill. The other thing is, to get more length out of your stride, is to pull the stride up through your butt. Here. Because as the stride comes up, you'll be falling on one leg further because it'll take longer for the stride to come down. So you'll get more out of your stride. Your gait will be longer. Okay? You can't just go to the race and think this is going to happen. You can't go to the race and think this is going to happen. You got to practice it. You need to be where you are. Okay, so we're running an 8 mile. You're not running mile 7 if you're in the first half mile. You keep your mind where you're at. You just let the distance come to you. You don't have your mind run to the distance. You let the distance come to you. So that means you run eternally. You run now. You run now. You only think of now because you don't even know. You might pass out in the last mile. Who knows what's going to happen in the last mile? You can trip. You can fall. You're not worrying about that. You're not there yet. Competitive people run now. So I'm with Don. We're at mile 5. He does a surge. I'm going to surge with him. I'm not worrying about the end because the race is on. He's making a power move to break my spirit. When you're distance running, you're trying to break the next individual. So this is what I'm trying to say about being in practice. When you sit and run, you need to try that. You need to say, yo, Dom keeps leading. I'm going to put it on him in this one. I'm going to see what he's working with. You need to make a surge and see if you can take the lead and see what he's going to respond. Because all of a sudden in practice, these little battles you start to have are going to teach you to be ready for war. Because a race is a mental war. Because really, when you line up, you're competing against your own self. Running, you're competing against yourself because you're the one that's saying, don't stop, keep the pace going. You're talking to yourself. Right? The body's like, what are you doing to me? That's what your body's saying. What are you doing to me? And you're talking to yourself because you have goals. When you come out here, you obviously have goals to be a good runner. You got goals when you come out here. So to achieve your goals, you got to make a particular type of commitment to yourself. You have to make a commitment to yourself that I'm going to stay on that pace. And that's what I was talking about before. Learn how to stay on the pace. So if you're doing 8, and last week you got the 3 with the pack, say for the girls, next week, the next time you should be trying to get the 4 miles before you let them go. And then you should be trying to get the 4.5 before you let them go. Till eventually, even though these are boys, you can run with them. There's girls that can run with these dudes. Molly Huddle will beat all of these dudes. Right or wrong? She beat everybody here. Christine Milion might beat everybody here right now. Who knows in the next few weeks, but she can run with them. So that obviously if she can run with them, girls can run with them. You're no less of a person than she is. You might not have the particular skill of focus and desire that she has. That could be the only thing missing. The way she looks at running and how serious she is about her craft and what she does is way over what you're doing, because that's a skill. You're not only skilled because your body moves. Your mind has particular skills. Some people focus very well. They don't get distracted. Other people get distracted. They're not skilled at being able to focus. Okay? So when you're out here, you're working on your skill. You're trying to elevate your level of skill in different areas. From your mechanics. When your mechanics is good in distance running, they call it running economy. So this is what happened. Angelique and Yasmin have both the same VO2 max. But in distance running, Angelique is a little more efficient than her, so she conserves energy, even though they have both the same fitness. And Angelique beats her by a minute every time. Even though if we took a test and you breathe in, you both have the same VO2 max. These are both fit, ridiculous. She beats you every time because her stride is like a distance runner. Distance runners don't run up here, they run more down here. She's efficient in her stride. Your stride might be more like an 800 runner, so you're not as efficient. So you're using so much more fuel to get to the same distance, you can't run a time like she did. That's called running economy. To be economical when you run. All of those things are what you got to work on. So when you're running, if you're kind of talking a lot, you're not really concentrating on what you're doing. I'm not saying some days we want to talk. Other days, even if it's easy, you should concentrate on everything you're doing. So there's one other thing that I'm going to say. Seb Coe, and I tell you this all the time, but I got to keep repeating it. He said that when he's doing a hard run, he said that he blocks everything out. So if he passed the ice cream truck, he never seen it. He never seen it. He has no concern of everything around him. He's concentrating on that run. His mind is in the zone. Okay? That's the type of zone you want to work on even in practice. Because if you could achieve that skill in practice on race day, it'll come to you naturally. Alright? So we're gonna have a lot of talks like this. This way you guys can get mental training. Not just physical, but mental training. Learn how to think in particular environments. In a competitive environment, how do you think? Okay? In another environment in your life, right? Different environment, you might be like, oh, I feel sorry for this person, I feel bad for him. In a competitive environment, that doesn't really work. Because nobody's caring about what you're doing. So you can't be like, oh, I gotta stop for her, whatever. You gotta keep running. So in every environment, there's a particular way to think. Okay, so that's what we gotta learn. So that's it. You got your straightaways. How many straightaways we got?
8.
8? All right.